Hey, everyone. Hope y'all are doing well. Today we're just going to train your intuition a little bit, all right? Get a message out of it. I'm doing a pick a card here using the Herbal Tarot with the supplemental Spirit of the Earth book by Michael Tierra and Candace Canton. Go ahead and focus on the three options ahead, A, B, or C, however you feel naturally resonates with you. Feel it and see it in your mind's eye, whichever and whatever calls to you has your message, insight, or confirmation at this time, okay? So I'll give you a moment. Feel free to pause the video. All right, if card A called to you, you have the Four of Pentacles. Now, given that it was placed upside down, that may indicate maybe it airs on more the reversal side of things with this card, okay? Which could be a good thing. Okay, this is typically a sun sign in Capricorn energy. So you could be a sun sign Capricorn or dealing with one. Or just follow your sun sign this week, okay? Or perhaps even Capricorn if it's heavily aspected somewhere in, I don't know, your part of fortune. Or whatever your Four of Pentacles energy may be about, okay? If it's in relationships, Venus, it's, work or taking charge and stuff, Jupiter, okay? All right, the key words on this card are stability and security, creating structure and order, a need to loosen up, spiritual constipation, letting go of the old and allowing a space for the new, fears and anxieties, okay? There's a bit of hoarding and miserly energy with this card as well as a forewarning, okay? In the upright. So in the reverse, it could be like you're letting go of that, right? You're being a little bit more going with the flow, a little less constipated, so to speak, okay? A woman sits on a neat and orderly checkerboard floor. Her head is covered with a close-fitting scarf, and she has a tight look about her. She has reached a place within herself where she feels secure and centered. She understands structure and order and will use these tools to actualize her visions. She is able to reserve and direct her power and will defend her position when necessary. The woman must watch that she doesn't get so tight that she becomes fixated and stubborn. If she begins to think that her power comes from the status she holds or from her possessions, then she will begin to function in a fearful way and forget that the true power is divine spirit flowing through her. In the background is an outhouse, which indicates that she may become spiritually constipated and may need to take a spiritual laxative, quote, so to speak, to loosen up a bit. Immobility and clinging to old things that are no longer needed are two areas which need watching. On the other hand, she must take care not to let things pass through without absorbing their full intent and meaning, okay? So that could indicate maybe a blockage has been removed somewhere, okay? The affirmation on this card: I acknowledge my spiritual power and security. I discover my faith within. All right, card B called to you. We have the Queen of Cups. Okay, you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or R1, maybe a feminine energy here. This is also a card of therapy and just empathy and loving compassion. Could be a very close friend that, or being the close friend, being a shoulder to cry on, okay? All right, clarity and knowledge of needs and desires of the self and others, or others. Self-acceptance, appreciation of one's limitations and gifts, moodiness, empathy for another, instead collapsing into another's problems on the opposing, okay? So be mindful of that. The Queen sits on a rock surrounded by the sea of emotions and yet is close to the shore of earth, representing a centering and grounding of the emotions. To further strengthen this symbolism, she is situated behind Lady's Mantle, an herb whose main function is to coalesce the water, which is emotions, and earth, manifestation, elements within. The Queen of Cups represents a woman in full command of her powers of visions and dreams. She knows what she has to offer and what she is capable of receiving. She is not lost in hopeless romantic delusions, but like the moon, she is able to reflect to others what they need most to see in themselves. She loves the ocean or large bodies of water and is inspired and healed by their proximity. So water healing might be significant for you at this time, okay? Our queen definitely chooses not to indulge in feelings of loss or deprivation in affairs of the heart, but she should watch that she does not indulge in extreme mood changes. So, emotionally balanced at this time, thereby deceiving herself and others as to the precise nature of her real feelings. Okay? The affirmation on this card: I receive satisfaction and joy in sharing the cup of my beingness with another. All right, if card C called to you, ooh, you have the Hermit. Maybe you're coming out of hermit mode because it didn't want to show up upside down. Maybe you've been trying to contemplate something for a long time and now it's time to put something to action. All right. You could also be dealing with a Virgo or R1, okay? Or this could have something to do with one of your Virgo placements, okay? We have all of them in our chart, so. This is a card of inner seeking and solitude, a need to be alone and teaching by example, having nothing more to say, a need to find peace within, no longer looking outside for the answers, compassion with detachment, and a need to handle quarrelsome situations. That could be on the reverse as well, okay? The Hermit, ruled by Virgo, is the seeker reflecting on the varied experiences he has had during his long sojourn in life. His consciousness has moved inward, and he realizes that the truth he has sought is truly in himself and not in the distractions of the outside world. The Hermit has learned to help others with love and compassionate detachment. He has gone beyond the point of being critical and is able to see that the varied paths people choose for themselves all lead to the Great Spirit. He no longer needs to convince others of what they should do. For that matter, he does not have to speak very much. He is at a point of needing to be silent and allowing his light to shine. Through his example, those who come in his vicinity may realize that they too can shine their lights without fear. The affirmation on this card: with patience and inner quietude, I follow the guidance of my own inner light.